Hi, everyone. My name is Colleen. Welcome back to another live stream from Princess Dental Staffing. So, today's topic, we're talking about how to write a job title for your online job posting. Okay. Now, I know you're probably looking at the screen right now and going, Colleen, how easy is this, right? You really need to do an entire stream on how to write a job title for a digital job posting. Are you kidding? If it's a dental hygienist, you just say dental hygienist. If you say dental assistant, if you're looking for a dental assistant, you just say dental assistant. And it might seem really, really simple, but if you think about it, your job posting is going to be posted on a platform, right, with lots and lots of other job postings, right? So if you're just saying dental hygienist in the job title area of your digital job posting, then how is it standing out from the other, probably thousands of other dental hygienist job postings on that platform? Right. So, the point of a job posting is to capture the attention of qualified, high quality job seekers, right? And get them to apply for your position so that you have a really, really strong and highly talented applicant pool to choose from. Okay. And your first opportunity to get that attention and to generate the interest from the job seeker is with the job title, right? That's going to be the first thing that they see. So you definitely want to generate that interest so that the job seeker sees your job posting out of the sea of job postings and say to themselves, you know what? I think I want to click on that one. I think I want to review that one even more, right? I want to read more about it and then I want to apply for it, right? This is your goal as a potential employer. It's to create a job posting that gets a lot of clicks, that gets a lot of views, and hopefully gets you a lot of applicants, hopefully qualified applicants. Okay. And the job title of the job posting is your first opportunity to be able to do that. So it might seem a little bit simple, but we're going to dive into it a little bit more today. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. But of course, before we dive too deeply into that, just want to remind everyone that each week, Princess Dental Staffing is bringing you a new live stream covering a new topic regarding your career in the dental industry. So, if you don't want to miss out on future streams, be sure to follow our page, subscribe to our channel. If you like the content we're bringing you, drop us a like. And if you want to be part of the conversation, maybe you have some thoughts or insights, maybe you have some strategies for creating an attention grabbing job title for your job postings and you want to share them below, be sure to comment. Okay, be part of the conversation and let's help each other out, right? Speaking of which, Princess Dental Staffing is an online dental job board and they have positions available for dental receptionists, dental assistants, dental hygienists, and dentists in a lot of different areas. So if you have some time today, hop on to princessdentalstaffing.com, see what positions they have available in your area. And the positions they have available are going to be full-time or part-time, temporary or permanent roles. Okay, so you can absolutely hop on to princessdentalstaffing.com and see what positions they have available. You can also, if you're a job seeker, create a profile and get your information in front of hiring managers. If you're a potential employer, you can also contact Princess Dental Staffing via their website. They have the contact information, their phone number, email address, and live chat as well. Okay. Additionally, on princessdentalstaffing.com, you can check out their blog, which covers a lot of the same topics that we cover in these live streams as well. Okay. All right, so let's talk about this job title. So again, when you are creating the job title content for your online posting, you want to make sure that you are maximizing your effectiveness. You're maximizing your ROI, return on investment for your job posting. Okay, and one of the best places to start is the job title. Okay. Now, when it comes to creating the job posting itself, Small Business Trends offers some different strategies to help make sure that you are optimizing your job posting. So let's talk about that real quick. So number one, make your job title interesting. That's number one on their list, right? And we're going to dive into that a little bit more deeply throughout the rest of the stream. Number two, be honest in your dental post, right? Make sure that you are conveying, truthful information so that, job seekers are informed before they apply for your position. Number three, be realistic about the job. What do you actually need this incumbent to do? And what could they potentially do? Okay. And be honest and realistic about that. Number four, represent the job accurately. Again, when you know you expect this incumbent to complete and what you need them to do and what's going to fit and work best for your office or your practice, make sure that you represent that thoroughly but concisely in your job posting. Number five, don't follow the standard format. You don't have to follow the standard format that everyone is following. If it works best for you, go right ahead. But if it might not work best for you. So don't be afraid to think outside of the box and creatively. Number six, emphasize your company's culture, right? Nowadays, we are all about company culture. Job seekers want to know more about your company culture to determine whether or not they're going to be a good fit. Okay. So emphasize your company's culture, and you can do that a variety of different ways. And number seven, be sure to include the perks, right? So this job posting is essentially an advertisement. You want to generate interest. And one of the ways that you do that is by making sure that you mention what's in it for your job seeker, right? It's a competitive process. The application process is a competitive process, both for the job seeker, but also for the potential employer. You want as strong an applicant pool as you can absolutely get. And one of the ways that you, again, capture that interest on behalf or on the part of job seekers is by including perks and listing those. Okay. So that's for the overall post. Now let's go ahead and do an in-depth dive into the job title. Okay, so let's start off by talking about some do's and don'ts for the job title. Okay, do's, keep it short. Okay, you want it concise, but you want it impactful. That's your goal here. Okay, include keywords. Keywords are essential. Okay, when job seekers are going on to a job search platform, they're going to be searching for specific keywords, right? Particularly like job titles and things of that nature in order to narrow down their search and find the job postings that they really want to apply for. Okay, so make sure that you've got those keywords. Get creative. Okay, you definitely want to be creative in creating your in composing your job title. Okay, creativity helps you stand out. Okay, and it helps your job posting stand out from the, again, potentially thousands of other job postings that the job seeker is essentially probably looking at, right? Be professional. So you want to be creative, but you don't want to be cheesy, right? You don't want to be too silly, because that can give the job seeker the impression that maybe you're not very serious, okay? Or that things aren't, organized and professional in your office. So be creative, but be professional. Next, include the job title or multiple job titles if you need to. So, depending on your needs and what it is that you're looking for, make sure you at least include the job title, right? Because that is what the job seeker is going to be searching for, right? And that's what's going to help determine whether or not they click on your posting and read it more thoroughly, okay? Okay. And then a list of don'ts. Don't use the same title as every other dental post it is using. Okay. Don't assume that that everyone knows what they're doing, essentially, that all other dental posts know what they're doing. So, they're not necessarily that reliable of sources. So don't necessarily use the same job title that everyone else is using in that list of job titles, because it may work against you. Okay. Another don't use buzzwords, right? Because buzzwords can actually end up working against you. So buzzwords are kind of like, for example, saying DA instead of writing out dental assistant. If the job seeker is probably not going to search for DA, they're probably going to search for dental assistant, right? Because if they search for DA, that's going to bring up a lot of job postings that are not necessarily for dental assistants, right? So make sure that you're staying away from buzzwords as much as possible, okay? So essentially, so what do we take away from these do's and don'ts? Essentially, you want to balance functionality with creativity, right? And this is actually something that I tell a lot of my clients, when it comes to resume writing. Okay. You definitely want your resume to stand out, but you want to do so very strategically. Okay. And you also want to create a resume that is functional, right? Not the functional format like we talked about last week, but functional in the sense that it works in order to get you where you want to be in the application process, which is preferably at the interview stage. Okay. So you want your resume to work, but you also want it to stand out. So you really need to balance all of those different elements to ensure that it captures attention and that it keeps attention, but also that it is delivering the message that you need it to deliver and getting you to the place where you want to be. Same thing for job titles for your job posting. You need it to be functional, but you need it to be creative as well. So you definitely want to balance both of these things. Okay. So one tip that we have to ensure that that your job title or even your job posting really in general is maintaining that professionality and balancing that creativity without using too many buzzwords, but includes the job title. Have your staff read it before you post it. Okay, and get their feedback as well. So your staff, you know, they applied for your job posting, right? So they definitely have a sense of, what gets their interest or what got their interest when they applied for your job posting. So it's great feedback to get from them, right? So that's just one tip. Have your staff read it before you post it. Okay. Alrighty. So those are kind of the general do's and don'ts of creating and composing a job title for your job posting. Let's do some examples. Okay. So we can kind of like dissect them and analyze them and, kind of see what's working well and where we can add value. Example number one, the job title reads dental hygienist. Okay, so the pro here is that we're using the job title, right? It's not an abbreviation. It's not RDH or DH, right? We actually have the job title, which makes your post searchable, but it's not really standing out because there's no other information. Now, some platforms will limit your characters, right? They'll limit the number of characters that you can use in the job title portion. Okay. So again, it is important to be concise for that reason. It's also important to be concise in order to, again, not to be too run on and lose the interest of your job seekers. So in that sense, this job title is very short, sweet, to the point, and it is actually the job title of the role of the type of job seeker that you're looking for. But the problem is it's not going to stand out. Okay, it's not going to stand out. It's not going to capture that interest, and it's just not going to get as many clicks as maybe you want it to. Okay. All right. Example number two, RDH needed. Beautiful new building in North Scottsdale. Okay, so the cons here, RDH. We've got the abbreviation, right? It's a buzzword. Okay, you definitely want to spell that out if you can, or even better yet, you can say registered dental hygienist parentheses RDH, and that way you've got them both in the job title. Okay, but it is a buzzword. Okay, so again, it really comes down to balancing how many characters you can use and making them all count as much as possible. Definitely recommend saying registered dental hygienist here as opposed to RDH, because registered dental hygienist or dental hygienist is more likely to be searched than dental hygienist. As a matter of fact, RDH jobs get about 150 searches per month, while dental hygienist jobs get 5,700 searches per month. Okay, that is a huge difference. So make sure that you are including, or you're spelling out your job title. Okay, alrighty. The other good thing about this job title, okay, we've got some extra information here. Beautiful new building. Okay, that's definitely a perk. That's definitely that definitely evokes a sort of the idea that you're technologically advanced and that you've got a lot of great things going for the facility where the job seeker is going to be working themselves. Also, North Scottsdale, we've got a location as well, so the job seeker knows exactly. Well, not exactly, but has a really, really good idea of where this place is going to be. And that can kind of weed out, the job seekers who are maybe, further away and maybe are just, you're both kind of wasting your time because they're never going to be able to make that commute, and weed those out so that you have an applicant pool that is willing to go to North Scottsdale, right? All right. Example number 3, dental receptionist slash front desk needed in our dental office with back office experience preferred. So this is a great option. So we have several job titles here: dental receptionist and front office. Right. So both of those things can be searched, right? Dental receptionist, dental front office. The keywords are there. The search words are definitely there. Um, and it also shares that back office experience is preferred, right? So that will help weed out uh, some of the job seekers that are maybe not going to make it into the top group of candidates. Okay, and of course you're still going to have candidates who apply who don't have that back office experience, but again, it's preferred. Okay, and it will having that preferred qualification in the job title helps attract the type of job seekers that you're specifically looking for. Okay. Next, all right, this is example number 4, dental assistant, Scottsdale private practice. Again, we're spelling out the job title, dental assistant. We have the location as well, Scottsdale, right? And we have private practice, which is going to help attract certain job seekers, right? Job seekers who want to work in a private practice, right? Okay, so that one's really, really effective as well. Next, awesome dental assistant needed. Okay. So this one, we definitely have some pros and cons here. Okay. So we have awesome, which is kind of a buzzword and not really a very good descriptor, awesome dental assistant. But having said that, having the word awesome in there does kind of help it stand out from the list of dental assistant job postings that are there, right? Because it's a little bit different. We're definitely adding something different. But the word awesome, I think that can definitely be stronger, right? Maybe patient, instead of saying awesome, maybe say patient focused, or something to that effect. Okay. So it's better than just saying dental assistant needed, but we can definitely we can definitely optimize that job title to attract the right job seekers, right? For your particular job posting. Okay. Next, and this is example number 6, if you're counting. Example number 6, PT dental assistant. So PT is part-time if you didn't know. So PT dental assistant. Okay, so PT, it's another buzzword, right? We're trying to save room here, okay? But that's not, a lot of job seekers are not going to look for PT dental assistant or dental assistant PT. They're going to look for dental assistant part-time. Okay. Also, a lot of platforms have that filter. So if a dental assistant is specifically looking for a part-time role, they usually have these platforms usually have like a block or a box that you can check to say, full-time or part-time. Okay. But if you're going to include it in the job title, write it out: part-time dental assistant. Okay. And again, there's also more room there to include other key information as well. So it's good that that this one has included part-time, but it should be written out. Okay. Next, example number 7, front desk vacation coverage needed July 21, 22, 23, 29, and 30. Okay. So this one definitely gets the point across. Just by reading that job title, we can tell that it is a temporary role, right? It is term limited. It is temporary for those specific dates. Okay. So it can definitely help attract the right job seekers, right? By by clearly defining the days that you're going to need to be available in order to take this position. It also says front desk. We're missing the word dental here. We're missing the word dental, which again, that can really help with job seekers search results. Okay, so definitely include the word dental, but it does get the point across, and it does clearly demonstrate the days that this person can be expected to work, and that it is temporary term limited. Okay. Next, example number 8, dental front office slash treatment coordinator needed at Jamin Dental. Okay. So this is a really great example. Something that we haven't talked about yet is branding, right? So if your dental front office or your dental office or your practice has a great reputation in the local area, you can absolutely include your practice's name in the job title, right? Because if if you've spent time building that reputation and job seekers see, oh, this is a great place to work, that's fantastic, I definitely want to click on this job posting, then you've definitely got a win here, right? Additionally, we've got job titles: dental front office, treatment coordinator, so that can absolutely help attract some top candidates. Okay. Example number 9, dental assistant, $2,000 sign on bonus. We've got the job title written out and we've got a major perk, right? $2,000 sign on bonus. Job seekers are definitely going to want to click on your job posting, right? Definitely getting that job seeker's attention. And finally, example number 10, oral surgery assistant needed ASAP in Phoenix. Okay, so we've got oral surgery assistant, great job title, ASAP. It's a buzzword. So instead of using ASAP, so again, ASAP is a great way to kind of abbreviate and make your job title more concise, but it also is kind of a double-edged sword. A, you're using a kind of a buzzword here, and B, it can also invoke a sense of desperation, right? You need someone absolutely right now, right? So it can make you seem like you're desperate and maybe not attract the type of job candidates that you're seeking. So instead, you may want to consider saying something like immediate opening instead, which is a little bit longer, but still gets the point across without coming off as too desperate. Also, in this job title, we have the word Phoenix. We've got the location, which is always a good thing, right? So also really positive as well. Okay. Alrighty, so that is why you definitely want to spend a little bit of extra time, strategizing and composing your job title for your online job posting, right? Again, you are going to have a job posting that is in a sea of job postings using the same job title, maybe even same benefits or, comparable pay and those sorts of things. You really want to stand out from the list. And the way that you can do that is by taking a few extra moments to really strategize and optimize your job title so that it stands out, it captures attention, and it gets the clicks that you want it to get. Okay? All right, awesome. So, hope this was informative for everyone watching. We will be back next week covering a new topic regarding your career in the dental industry. Until then, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Continue to stay safe out there. See you soon.